Big breaking news coming in from battleground Bihar, where what we are learning is that the Congress party has now released its first list ahead of the Bihar elections. This is news that's just breaking right now. 48 names have been announced by the Congress party when it comes to the Bihar elections. The Congress party now releasing its list after the internal tussle within the Mahagathbandhan was dominating the headlines. But what we are learning is that those are the names on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Congress has released its first list ahead of the Bihar elections. 48 names have been released by the Congress camp. To get more details and more context on the 48 names that have been put out by the Congress party ahead of the Bihar elections, I'm joined by my colleague Pallavi Ghosh on the broadcast. Pallavi, give us the details.
So 48 names which have been announced finally by the Congress party. So two things have happened simultaneously, Ayushman. First of all is that there has been the ironing out of the creases within the Mahagathbandhan, as Shireen also has been adding on to the information we have been reporting since afternoon. There was a big meeting which took place between Lalu Prasad Yadav through the phone call and Mallikarjun Kharge as well as Rahul Gandhi, in which Lalu Prasad Yadav prevailed on the Congress party that while we do understand your concerns of the aspirations of the Congress leaders, but what you need to understand is that the fight to defeat the BJP is much, much more important. The Maryada of the alliance is more important than the Maryada of the Congress party. And that is where they're reaching out to Mukesh Sahni, who was blowing hot, blowing cold. He's from the VIP, who was threatening to walk out. That is where happened. It was on the insistence of Lalu Prasad Yadav as the CPI also that Rahul Gandhi reached out to VIP saying, okay, whatever are your demands are also going to be conceded. So as of now, everything seems well. Time was running out. In fact, just a couple of hours ahead of the nomination to close for the first phase, the Congress party has announced 48 names. And what is important, if you look at the names, is it's not just only of the first phase. It also belongs to those which belong to the second phase of elections as well. More importantly, some of the areas like Begusarai, which was a bone of contention between the VIP and the Congress party, that also seems to have been kind of sorted out.
Right. And Pallavi, more ironing out within the Mahagathbandhan expected even after the release of these 48 names?
See, I think there's another important piece which is going to come up, and that is whether the Congress party will concede to yet another demand coming in from the RJD to actually project Tejasvi Yadav as the CM face of Mahagathbandhan. That is where the dilemma of the Congress party also comes in, that we cannot give a complete walkaway to as far as the RJD is concerned. But in terms of sheer numbers, RJD certainly has much, much better performance track record. They are clearly the straight, contender and challenger to Nitish Kumar, and RJD is the party as far as Bihar politics goes in comparison to the Congress party. So the VIP plus the RJD are two important players over here. In fact, Ayushman, the left's performance also has been pretty much good in terms of the proportion, and the Congress has really not notched up. So it is on these arguments that the RJD is basing their demand that at some point of time Tejasvi Yadav should be projected as the CM face. Well, that is going to be a huge challenge for the Congress party. Rahul Gandhi was also convinced that this is something which needs to happen. You need to pitch Nitish Kumar opposite Tejasvi Yadav. Otherwise, it is not going to work on the ground. Will that be the second concession which is going to be made by the Congress party? Well, I guess only time will tell.
Right. Thank you, Pallavi, for getting us that update. So the Congress camp now releasing its first list. 48 names have been put out by the Congress camp. But as Pallavi is pointing out, a lot more also needs to be ironed out within the Mahagathbandhan. But certain progress being made within the opposition alliance to take on the NDA. 48 names have been released by the Congress camp. Now,